Chapter 15. Natural Disasters. Key Points. Cyclone, earthquake, flood, drought, tsunami, volcanic eruption. Role of community during natural calamity. Dad, did you read today's newspaper? There was a severe earthquake in Gujarat yesterday. It caused tremendous loss to life and property. Can't we control such calamities? Yes, I heard this news on the TV last night. It was a very severe earthquake. An earthquake is a natural disaster, and no one can control it. Disasters or calamities are terribly harmful events causing great damage to life and property. They may be natural or man-made. Natural disasters occur due to natural forces, like movements inside the earth, fire, lightning, changes in temperature, and excess or shortage of water. Some examples of these calamities are cyclone, earthquake, flood, drought, tsunami, volcanic eruption, etc. Cyclone. A storm in which rotating winds travel at very high speed is called a cyclone. It destroys everything coming in its path. A cyclone is typically accompanied by very heavy rains. It uproots trees and electric poles and damages houses. The coastal regions of Odisha, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra are often hit by cyclones. Consequences of a cyclone. The consequences of a cyclone are very severe. The wind blows so fast that it destroys everything that comes in its way, like buildings, bridges, vehicles and overpasses. Trees and electric poles get uprooted. Transportation, communication, and electricity supply are interrupted in the cyclone-hit area. The area is flooded with water, and when this water remains in the area for several days, it gets contaminated and causes waterborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, and jaundice. Precautions. The people living in cyclone-prone areas should take several precautions. Regularly watch out for weather forecasts and warnings on radio and television. Keep an emergency kit containing items like a first aid kit, torch, stock of food, and handy drinking water. Build strong houses so that they can cope with the force of a cyclone. Keep the roofs of the houses in good condition. Do not go near the sea. Turn off all the electrical gadgets when a cyclone arrives. Shift to a safer place. Cooperate with others in the community. Help the rescue team. Earthquake. When the huge masses of rock move beneath the Earth's surface, they cause the ground to shake. It is called an earthquake. Earthquakes occur constantly around the world. Often, they are so small that we cannot feel them. When an earthquake occurs, the surface of the earth shakes and trembles. It results in strong tremors on the earth's surface. Consequences of an earthquake. Earthquakes cannot be predicted. They cause major damage depending upon their strength and what kind of ground is shaking. Loose soils shake more than the solid ground. It may result in minor or sometimes widespread destruction. Buildings may collapse, trees may get uprooted, bridges and roads might break. The Himalayan region is prone to frequent earthquakes. There was a massive and disastrous earthquake in Bhuj, Gujarat on 26 January 2001. About 20,000 people lost their lives and over 15 lakh people got injured. Many houses got destroyed and people became homeless. What causes an earthquake? The Earth's surface is made up of tectonic plates which are interlocked to each other. Tectonic plates float on a layer of molten matter. When they collide with each other, it causes strong vibrations or tremors which are felt as an earthquake. The point at which these plates collide is called the focus of the earthquake. The surface of the Earth above the focus is called the epicenter. The effect of the earthquake is greatest at the epicenter. Precautions. The intensity of an earthquake is measured by an instrument called seismograph. It can also measure the duration of the earthquake. The intensity of an earthquake is measured on a Richter scale from 1 to 10. Scientists have marked certain regions as highly earthquake-prone regions. Japan is the most earthquake-prone country in the world. We should take the following precautions during an earthquake. Run out of our house or school building. The safest place is open areas where nothing can fall on us. If we are not able to run out, sit under a strong table to protect from things falling on us. Keep away from heavy objects and windows that may fall or shatter. Do not use any electrical gadget. Do not use a lift during or immediately after an earthquake. Use stairs instead. Flood. Sometimes, when there are excessive rains, a river overflows its bank. The water then spills over to the nearby land, causing a flood. A flood can also be caused by collapsing of a dam built on a river. Sudden melting of huge amount of snow on mountains during summers can also result in a flood. In India, flood is common when there are heavy rains during the monsoon. In this season, rivers such as the Ganga, Brahmaputra or Kosi overflow, and many areas such West Bengal, Bihar and Assam experience floods. Floods cause damage to crops, life and property. They wash away houses and disrupt the availability of transport, communication and electricity. They also lead to acute shortage of food supply, drinking water and shelter. Once the flood water recedes, then diseases such as cholera, malaria and dengue break out. Precautions. Take the following precautions during a flood. Collect all the necessary emergency supplies like food, drinking water, and medicines. Listen to the local radio or television station for updates. Bring in outdoor possessions such as furniture, grills, trash cans, etc. Or tie them down securely. Turn off all utilities at the main power switch and close the main gas valve. If possible, move to a higher and safer place where flood water cannot reach. Don't drive in flooded areas and standing water. Never drink flood water or use it to wash dishes, to brush teeth or to prepare food. Listen to water advisory from local authorities to find out if the water is safe for drinking and bathing. During a water advisory, use only bottled, boiled, or treated water for drinking, cooking, etc. Drought. Drought takes place because of the shortage of rains. In our country, farmers depend on monsoon rains for growing crops. When there is no rain, crops do not grow, causing shortage of food. Some regions in India such as Rajasthan, Odisha, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat are more prone to droughts. In severe droughts, there is a great shortage of food leading to famine. Many people die in famines. Precautions. During a drought, we can take the following precautions. Never waste food. Take as much food as we can eat. Don't waste water in any way. If we live in a drought-prone area, build water tanks to store water so that it can be used during emergency. Practice rainwater harvesting to conserve every drop of water for later use. Plant more and more trees. Tsunami. A tsunami is caused due to an underwater earthquake, landslide, or a volcanic eruption. Tsunamis are often referred to as tidal waves, but they are not supported by oceanographers, because tides have little to do with these giant waves. In Japanese, tsunami means harbor. Waves. These waves can rise to 20 meters, travel at great speeds, and destroy everything on their way. On 26 December 2004, several countries of South and Southeast Asia were hit by a very big tsunami. It costed the lives of about 3 lakh people and resulted in huge devastation. Precautions. A tsunami cannot be predicted. However, if a tsunami warning has been issued, then immediately move to a safer place. Keep phone numbers of hospitals and relatives ready. And take the following precautions. Always keep a check on the local warning arrangements. Always keep a getaway kit ready. Always know the nearest safe place. Do not travel to the areas which are at risk. Take pets along. Never leave them at risky places. If we are unable to escape the tsunami, go to an upper story of a sturdy building. Never go to the shore to watch for a tsunami. Always try to stay away from risky areas. Volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption takes place when molten rocks inside the earth, called magma, find a vent through the surface of the earth. This molten magma that comes out from the crust of the earth, which is called lava, is often accompanied by harmful gases and ash causing heavy air pollution. When the lava cools down, it forms a volcanic mountain. There are 3 types of volcanoes: extinct, dormant, and active. The volcanoes which have not erupted since a very long time and probably may never erupt are called extinct volcanoes. Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa is an extinct volcano. Dormant volcanoes are those that have not erupted since many years, but there is a chance of their eruption soon. Mount Fujiyama in Japan is an example of a dormant volcano. Active volcanoes are very dangerous and can erupt any time. For example, Mount Etna in Italy. Precautions. Nowadays, there are tools available which scientists use to predict a volcanic eruption in advance. We should take the following precautions. Move to safer places. Keep an emergency kit consisting of torch and first aid kit. Always keep important phone numbers. Switch off all electronic gadgets during such times. Role of community during natural calamity. We cannot control or prevent natural calamities, but we can help the victims and try to reduce their sufferings. There are many government, non-government agencies and voluntary organizations that do a lot of work to bring relief to the people affected by these natural disasters. During a natural calamity, several relief camps are established that provide food items, clothes, blankets, and medicines to the affected people. Various organizations work hard to maintain hygienic conditions in the affected area to prevent the outbreak of epidemics. Some of these organizations are the National Cadet Corps, NCC, consisting of dedicated and trained youngsters, the Red Cross Society and WHO, World Health Organization, the United Nations Disaster Management Team, UNTMT, Child Relief and CRY. Police and army help in providing relief work and maintain law and order in the affected areas. They provide food, water, medicines and other items to the affected people. Let's go an extra mile. Prime Minister National Relief Fund is a program that allows people to contribute money to help people in need throughout the country. Elder talk. Rehearse a mock drill in the school or at home to plan and prepare an escape route to save ourselves and others from an earthquake. Read and recall. Natural disasters occur because of natural causes. Earthquake, volcanic eruption, flood, drought, tsunami and cyclone are some natural disasters. Regions located near a sea are more prone to tsunamis and cyclones. A tsunami is a series of very high waves in the sea created by undersea disturbances. Heavy rainfall causes floods and low or no rainfall is responsible for droughts. We should take precautions to protect ourselves from these disasters. We cannot control or prevent natural calamities, but we can help the victims and try to reduce their sufferings.